I lost a six-figure business due to the hustle culture. And later on, I found out exactly why. And I will share exactly what that is and how to avoid making this mistake yourself. But first, let me take you through the story. Hustle culture, Alex Hormozy, Andrew Tate, all of these influencers that are telling you to work 12, 14, 16-hour days to build a business. They aren't taking into consideration the fact that people get burnt out. And people have different resiliences and different levels of stress tolerance. And you have no idea when it's going to come to you. For me, I was building up my business. I was hitting 10 grand months. And then suddenly it hit me and I burnt out. And I couldn't do any more work for it. I lost all love and passion for the business, lost all motivation. I could not get myself to wake up in the morning and send 5 DMs, let alone do all of my client work, send as many DMs as I needed to, do all of my content, admin work, etc., etc., etc. And it meant that my business fell to shit. I found out that actually the reason why I hit this point where suddenly it just fell apart was because I had allowed my stress to build to a level where my body couldn't deal with it anymore. This sounds surprising because so many people, especially in the entrepreneur space, love to use stress as something to motivate them to work harder. They call it good stress. But I will show you through Hans Selye's work that actually this is not true. Prolonged stress hits 3 stages when going through the body: alert, resistance, exhaustion. Stage 1, alert. This is where it feels good, where you have the deadlines and you work harder, where you have a client message and you work harder, where you set a goal and you feel like you really need to achieve it and you work harder. It has probably brought you a lot of success, and so it's probably quite hard to hear that actually this isn't the way to run a business sustainably. The reason that you are able to be alert and able to get this work done is because your body goes into fight or flight response. It puts all of its attention onto this one task. It recognizes there's some sort of severity around this task not being completed. And so it's able to summon this motivation and energy that you didn't have before in order to complete it, because your body thinks that it's escaping a threat. Stress triggers the amygdala, which is your fight or flight response. And then the only reason that your fight or flight response is triggered is because it thinks there's a threat to your life. Our bodies haven't evolved to the point where it can decipher between a tiger chasing you and an email from a client. Your body sees both of those things as a threat. So stay in this period for too long and you enter stage 2, resistance. This is where your body has started to see a link between your work and your state of mind. The fact that whenever you're getting work done, that you end up going into fight or flight. And your body obviously wants to avoid situations where it thinks that there's a threat to your life. And so it starts to build up a resistance to the work that you're doing. You can push through that resistance and you can keep going. And this feels like that, can't be bothered. I'm going to get it done anyway. This is what feels like, I wish I could do something else, but I'm going to do it anyway. This is when your attention gets pulled from task to task to task to task to task. These are all different ways of your body creating a resistance and trying to avoid the work because it knows that work is associated with a threat, with your fight or flight response. And if you continue to go through that resistance, you are going to hit exhaustion. And this is where your body decides, I've tried being nice, I've tried to give you signals, I've tried to pull you away, but now I'm shutting shit down. You're not listening to me, and so I am removing everything. All energy is gone, the motivation is gone. Any chance of thinking there's some dopamine at the end of this is all gone. You keep drawing me towards a threat to our life, and I'm not dealing with it no more. That's when burnout hits. And you can hit this at different stages throughout your life. Some people are going to hit it way earlier in their founder journey. Some people are going to hit it way later in their founder journey. But if you're operating from a place of stress, you create tension, you create association with a threat to your life, and your body eventually shuts that shit down. So where do you act from instead? How are you able to get all of the work done that you've been relying on stress to help you to complete? You come from a place of purpose. To start creating your purpose from a place which is truly spiritually aligned, you need to try and get into a place of love, of joy, of peace, working out what is it that truly lights you up, that you could tell yourself that you've been put on this world for, and how does that manifest itself in a business? Look at the end goal, look at the place that you really want to get to. So for me, I really want to help people to truly escape the rat race, to face a bigger challenge than how do I make more money, and start to enjoy their life, feel purpose in their life, to remove their mental and spiritual blocks. And the way that I do that is through my coaching and my retreats. I've also got a community that I run as well. It's about bringing these people together that are trying to achieve this goal of feeling fulfilled in their life. That's my goal. And when I can think about achieving that, I can see the coaching falling into place. I can see the community. I can see the retreats falling into place. Your body is designed so that if you have a goal in mind, that the rest of it just tends to work itself out. For example, I don't know exactly what words I'm going to say right now. I'm definitely not controlling the muscles in my mouth right now to make these movements to say these words. However, I do have a goal to explain this concept to you. And so my body is saying things and even moving my hands to try and emphasize this point and get it across to you about how it goes from a goal to action without really much thought or logic behind it at all. And if you can each morning sit with this vision of the things that you want to achieve, the things that feel good in your heart, something which you believe you could be put on this earth to do, the actions are going to take care of themselves. That is how you start to move towards something that you truly want to build, and how you can get your work done without coming from a place of stress, and instead looking at it as a building block towards this end goal that you have in mind. Now, if you want to be surrounded by other founders that are tackling the same sort of issues, then please join the community. It's free for a limited period of time. And if you would like to apply for coaching or to join us on a retreat, then hit the link in the description below. Thank you.